Hi everyone, what's up? It's your girl Tosca. I am lighting some Palo Santo right now. Um, just a little bit, just to clear the energy. I've been doing some personal readings today, you guys. If you guys are interested, everything is going to be in the description box if you would like a personal reading and Reiki healing. This is going to be it might be a bit intense. This video, I already feel that this video is going to be intense. This is going to be for Jungkook. I was just on my porch, just trying to kind of start to meditate, and I'm getting a strong sense of protection from Archangel Michael. Archangel Michael, whatever religion you are, angels, I believe that angels are all around us. They're here to protect us, they're here to give us messages. They're here to maybe heal us, guide us into a healing or better place. But I've gotten messages from Archangel Michael before. He fights our battles. He fights our spiritual warfare battles. And this is going to be if you guys are not new to my channel, you guys already know, right? I channel messages. I am a medium and I can see beyond. Meaning beyond the afterlife. I've been seeing things since I was 10 years old. I've been doing readings for, I don't know, 15 years now, 10 years now probably. And it wasn't until I was ready to put my stuff out there into YouTube and socials and stuff. It wasn't until I was actually led to start doing messages for like BTS or Blackpink. And of course it used to be very like for entertainment and fun. But as I've progressed, and I've been looking back recently, as I progressed, I've seen like a lot of things are actually developing. And I'm like, this is actually kind of clear now. It's kind of solid now. And so I was outside meditating. Archangel Michael came to me, he had a message, you gotta do a Jungkook reading right now. So I put my coffee down, I put everything down, I come inside, light some Palo Santo, and now I'm here. And I'm getting this message of guidance, deliverance. I'm also getting social justice. And I'm hearing a painful ending. And the reason why I'm doing this is I think I've developed my skills enough to know I don't really need tarot cards. I don't really need tarot cards to tell you what's up. I don't really need to give you tarot cards to tell you Jungkook's gonna end up with this or V's gonna end up like this. I only do it so that you guys have more of like a visual, and my viewers can actually see it as a form of guidance, kind of like a roadmap, right? But I was getting, he's like, you gotta do a reading for Jungkook like right now, and I'm like, well, what is, and all of a sudden, boom, like a lot of like just an influx of visions just came into me, and I saw a lot of ups and downs. And I don't have a bias, you guys. I don't even listen to BTS like that. I don't listen to Jungkook like that. I don't listen to K-pop like I used to back in like 2004. I mean, I think the last time I really listened to K-pop was around then, like when I was 18 or 19 years old. K-pop was very different 25 years ago, right? Or 20 years ago. So I I got this message for Jungkook, and I don't know if I'm manifesting this. I don't know if I'm looking at this through a different lens. I'm not even manifesting, but if he watches my videos and if he watches this, I truly hope he takes this and imparts it into his life, because I don't read shallow. I don't read shallow things. I don't read for I don't read cutesy. You know what I mean? Like, I don't read like that. Like, I'm very factual, but I read what I see, and it will come out the way it's supposed to come out. It's very honest, and this is what I see. So there is a lot going on with him. He is about to embark on not just spiritual warfare, because I'm seeing Archangel Michael and he's holding a sword like this. He's embarking on a journey where he has to fulfill some sort of karmic lesson or karmic lessons, multiple lessons that he has to face, because he may not have had to face it in his past life. Or what I'm also picking up is he's trying to end karmic lessons from his lineage. Basically, what I was picking up very strongly, he was chosen. He's the face of Korea right now, you guys. He's like, everybody like knows him. Everyone wants to be up in his business. Everybody knows his name, right? He's the biggest face in Asia right now. But there's something about him where he's starting to understand something, and he has to face the music. I'm seeing face the music or face the reality. There's something here where he has to face the reality, because he's not just supposed to be the face of Korea at some point in his life, but he's also here to end karmic lessons in his lineage. So basically, in his bloodline, you know, no bloodline is perfect, but in his bloodline, in his lineage, they could have had karmic lessons. They could have overpowered other people. They could have done so many things and never learned or never evolved from that. And now it's like he chose, not his brother, not his dad, not his cousin, not whoever. He was chosen. And he also knows I'm willing to embark on this journey. When he was born, he basically said, I am willing to embark on this journey, and I'm willing to end karmic cycles that have been ongoing in my family, in my lineage, in my bloodline. So that is it's very ancient, very old. And these are karmic patterns that he may have seen in his past life, or may have understood at some point in a spiritual sense, that it ends with me, and it's heavy, and the burden is on his shoulders. It feels as if the burden is on his shoulders. And so you're starting to see things right now in his life, coming out of the military. That's very prophetic. Coming out of the military and coming out of the military. That means in this physical life, he may not have had to fight a war, but he had to get ready for battle. He had to get ready, to fight if he had to, right? And he's being, oh my gosh, I feel if he needs to really surrender a lot of things right now. There's a lot of surrendering. There's a lot of, I have to acknowledge this. Like, I have to kind of accept things for what they are, and then just know that it feels like the burden rests on him. I don't like to say things like that, but that's how it's coming out. Because he chose. You may not like, oh my God, he's going to go through a lot of suffering. Or, oh my God, he's going to go through a lot of this and that and the other. But he chose this life. He chose to reincarnate into this life, as from what I believe, and learn that lesson. Learn that specific lesson and understand and accept the challenge that it comes with. Okay? So he's going to end a lot of karmic cycles from his lineage, from his culture, from way back when the earth was still young. Like, it feels very old, very ancient. I'm seeing the Silk Road. I'm seeing Rome. I am seeing old past lives, and I'm feeling like there's things in his life that he has to end. There's a painful ending where there are things in his life that has to have a good, clear, I know my boundary, I'm ending it. He's an old soul, but he also, in this life, there's some maturing that he had to learn. There's some maturing, acceptance, and maturing he had to evolve. I'm seeing in this life he had to evolve. Maybe he didn't have the resources. I'm seeing also in his past life he wasn't known at all. Like, he could have been very talented. Like, that's what I'm seeing. Like, he was very talented, but he was never known. Like, nobody knew who he was. He was lucky, hand to mouth, starving artist type of, that's the vibe I got from his past life. And he was a whole different person, whole different life. That was a whole different life. And now he manifested this life to have the resources, to have the fame, to be known, to be recognized. And he got it. So there is a shift right now going on, and the universe or the divine, Archangel Michael, they're really telling him, there's something you need to face. And you have to fight valiantly. You have to honor, I heard honor the code. So he has to honor his code. Because I feel as though there is a sense of being morally bankrupt. Yes, he got the fame. Yes, he got the glory. Yes, he got all the whatever he needed to get in this life. But there was a catch. And morally bankruptcy is what I'm getting, what I'm picking up here. And he's here to end those cycles. And these were probably cycles that happened in his lineage that they didn't know. They just knew that this is how it was supposed to be, and that's it. So I would, if he was here and he would watch this, I'm already 13, 14 minutes in. If he was here, I would probably tell him to start meditating, to start, if you believe in prayer, to start praying, to start asking for guidance, to start asking for understanding of the divine. I feel like he has some of an understanding of spirituality. However, I don't feel like he's way tapped in, like he doesn't hold on to it. He also needs to stop drinking. I'm getting that heavily right now, because that is a battle that he has to face, and I feel like that's happened in his past too, like habits like that where he just kind of holds on to it, latches onto it, and he needs to slow down on the drinking, and he needs to slow down on he needs to slow down. He feels like he came here and he got what he came for. But there's a flip side to it. You're coming here, and yes, you are going to get what you came for, but you're also here to end things. I'm seeing the Justice card. I am seeing karmic lessons ending. I am seeing family ties ending. I feel like, and it sounds cute, you know, when you say, you know, your vibe attracts your tribe. It sounds cute, but I really do believe that whatever family he was born into, for example, or whatever lineage he was born into, yes, it's his family by blood or by genetics, right? But it's not the family he has to stick with. You know, there are people in his life that are going to help him and carry him and help him go through the struggles he's gonna face, and he has to do it on his own, you know. Oh, okay. So that was all channeled. I did not even grab a card. I didn't even start shuffling yet, you guys. What the hell? Okay, this is my energy oracle deck. Yeah, yin yang. Bringing balance, bringing order. He feels out of alignment because his life is out of alignment, because everything seems to be out of alignment, but he's here to bring order, and sometimes with that, it's uncomfortable. All of a sudden, you're balanced, and all of a sudden, you feel very uncomfortable when you're unbalanced, because he never had that. He never felt balanced. He never felt freedom is also a big part, because I also heard reparations. So freedom is a big part of his life. Freedom is something he never really had. So, for example, as I said, in his past life, he could have had talent, but he never made it, right? In a past life, could have been a century ago, whatever. But in this life, and he didn't have the resources to make things happen. But he manifested this life where he is now making things happen, right? But he's also lacking in freedom. Like, he may have been in a bad place financially in his past life. He had no freedom. He was not financially free. And now he has all the money, all the abundance, and he still doesn't feel free. Because I feel as though, well, he's always been told what to do. That industry has always told him it. I don't like to say this word, and I'm saying it as carefully as I can, but he was groomed to be that K-pop star. And there are limitations. There are things you can do. There are things you cannot do. There are things you must do. There are things you do not do. There are things that you want to do, and they're telling you can't do it. It's not good. So there's an internal fight. There is an internal fight in him that is trying to bring balance and make it make sense, kind of thing. Make it make sense. All right, 6 cards for Jungkook. Jesus Christ. I'm sorry, you guys. Whew, he's. I didn't even ring the bowl yet. Did I ring the bowl? No, I didn't. Archangel Gabriel, he's bringing clear-cut message. This is a message from the divine. There's so much going on in him, in his mind. 3 cards, please. Just give me 3 cards. I don't need a whole lot. Actually, they're just gonna give me what I need to see. Okay, you got patience in reverse, the thinking woman in reverse, blossoming abundance, the temple path, door to romance. Give me one card. One more card, please, for Jungkook. Holy hay. Magician in the mirror in reverse. Door holding. Door to personal healing and happiness. The garden and the gate in reverse. The sun. Yeah. This kept coming out. Happy family in reverse. Especially after we had a full moon in Capricorn. I had a video on it. This was my last video that I just did. And hostilities. Yeah. It really, there's something here about uprooting. And he needs to kind of be a little bit more patient with himself. I know he can get anything he wants, but he needs to be patient right now. He's trying, like, the universe is trying to be like, it's divinely guided. It's divinely guided. It's divinely guided. Don't try to rush it. But I feel like because he's lived such a fast-paced life, that's all he knows. He wants things done now. And it's part of his path to learn patience. To learn patience and not to be like, not to ruminate in his thoughts and anxious and causing drama. You know? He needs patience. You got the thinking woman in reverse and the door to romance. There is a love coming into his life. I think he needs to know what he wants when it comes to love. There is a woman coming into his life, mind you, and I've said this before. There is a woman coming into his life very soon. And it is a karmic lesson. It is a karmic lesson. You ended on the happy family in reverse. This is a karmic lesson that he's got to learn. It's going to be full of hostilities. It's not going to be the one he ends up with, but I'm getting a sense of the magician in the mirror and blossoming abundance. On paper, it looks good. On paper, I don't know if he'll reveal it, but whatever it is, it feels culturally accepted. It's culturally accepted. She is what everyone would have said, oh yeah, sure, yeah, Jungkook is actually going to end up with this person because it looks good. It makes sense. But that's not really what he wants. That's not bringing him any balance. It's not bringing him any joy. Happy family in reverse. Again, like, it's not bringing him any happiness. So there's a relationship that is coming into his life where he feels like, I don't know if I love her, I don't know, but it looks cute, it's adorable, but it's not what he needs. There's something about what he needs and what he wants. He's got to learn to redirect, realign himself with his needs and his wants, because he's always given. He's a giver. And he's got to open that garden at the gate in reverse and the door to healing and happiness. There are more opportunities for him. I just heard this. There are more opportunities for him outside of Korea. There's more opportunities, there's more healing, there's more love, there's more life in his career, in his love life outside of Korea. But he feels stuck. Garden at the gate. He's like looking out, like, why does it feel so much more at home somewhere else when it doesn't feel like home when I go? He does not feel like he's happy. I don't see him being happy right now. He's really fighting a lot of he's really up in his head fighting I don't want to say fighting an industry, but maybe maybe internally he's fighting the industry, but I feel like it's more of an internal conflict with himself. And he needs to accept who he is. The problem is when you get pushed into that industry very young, you saw it with Justin Bieber, you saw it with Michael Jackson, you saw it with, the pressure is on. There is no more you. You are Jungkook, K-pop artist, the face of Korea. All fine and well, all wonderful. Outside it looks beautiful. But inside, internal conflict internally. Psychologically, he might be losing sleep. He might be losing sleep. He might be unaware that he's actually fighting an internal, like I feel like I'm seeing him and he's looking at the mirror and he's like, oh my god, the magician in the mirror. He's like looking at himself, he's looking in the mirror and he's like, who the fuck am I? Who am I? What have I become? He's starting to question things because it feels like things are not solid. Things he thought were solid, the people he thought were good, people who he thought was, who had his back, all of a sudden, where are they? Where are they? When I need them, where are they? You know, it's that kind of energy is what I'm picking up. Alright, I am going to use my Rider-Waite. I'm going to use my Rider-Waite for this one. Yeah, look, I just cut the deck. I didn't even start shuffling yet. He's losing sleep. He's blindfolded. He doesn't know which direction to take. He's so focused on the past. He's so focused on like, what have I become? What have I become? A sense of regret, a sense of, not all that glitters is. He's like, I can get whatever I want. I can get whatever woman I want. I can get whatever car I want. I can get what. And when it comes to material things, I can do whatever. I can do no wrong. But when it comes to my mental and emotional well-being, where is it? Where is it? He's longing for something more because that's his soul. His soul is calling out to him. His higher self is calling out to him. You need to start evolving because you are carrying the weight of your past life. Could be even the weight of his lineage. He's here to end karmic cycles. If I'm not mistaken, he is a life path number 9. Endings. Clear endings. You came here to end cycles and to start new ones. The death card is what I'm seeing. I'm seeing the death card coming out. I'm seeing the death card, major arcana. Death, justice, and judgment. I'm seeing those cards coming out. So, let's see what's coming out for Jungkook. Don't feel bad for him. You send him some positive energy, some love and light, but don't pity him. He has a lot of people who love him. He has a lot of people that care about him. He has a lot of people who want to see his best interest happen. He needs to figure it out. There's a sense here of figuring it out. There's a sense of maturing here. There's a sense of letting go. He's got to end some. He's also has to end some. It's easy for him to put people on a pedestal, to put people on a high shelf, bowing, respecting. But he doesn't know that he also needs to respect himself. Eight of Swords. I don't feel like he's really sharp right now when it comes to his mental health. Ace of Wands. Six of Pentacles. These cards came out. Queen of Wands. Page of Pentacles. Oh my god, the Fool. I can't make it up. Look, the Tower. The Moon. Scorpio. Oh, didn't I just say the Judgment card? Judgment. It's Judgment Day. Archangel Michael is like, you got battles to fight. You need to stop, you know, you need to wake up, basically. Wake up. The Star. The Strength card. The Chariot. So I feel like he's traveling right now. He could be in the U.S. He could be in, yeah, in America. There's something about his life that feels very uneasy. He's embarking on a place where he's trying to find, yeah, the Hermit. Nine of Swords. Losing sleep. Obsessively thinking. Give me one more card, please, for Jungkook. Yeah. Six of Swords, Seven of Pentacles, the Hierophant, and the Seven of Swords. There is I'm going to be honest with you, you guys. There is a very deceptive energy. I don't know if this is a person. I don't know if these are multiple people. But what I am getting is there is a deceptive energy around him who wants to, it's almost like it's taking his peace. It's taking away from his peace. He's trying to learn his lessons. He's trying to find balance. In the middle, you have the Six of Pentacles, balance. New beginnings with the Fool and the Hermit. He feels very alone right now because he feels like he's the only one struggling, and he's trying to move to like clearer waters or clearer ways of thinking. But I feel like there's something deceptive that has come out, or something that will come out, and it has to do with the Hierophant. Like, I just heard he's an easy target. I heard about someone who tried to break in to his house. That's awful. He feels very violated about that. He feels very violated. He feels very uncertain of the future. He feels very reclused. He doesn't want to give out. He doesn't want to show up right now. He's loving. It's not that he doesn't love the people, the fans. I think he's loving you from a distance right now. He's at arm's length, like, thanks but no thanks. Right now there's a lot of instability, and I'm also seeing there's a lot of things hidden in his culture. There's a lot of things hidden in the, I don't know why it's coming out like that. There's a lot of things hidden in his culture with the Hierophant here that made him an easy target in terms of his value, in terms of what he can give back. Because he can earn money from multiple places. He can do that. He can get sponsorships tomorrow, right? He doesn't need to really lift a finger. But there's something about his culture that he thought was serving, but it was really taking advantage. It's really about taking advantage of him, and because of who he is. Yeah, there's like a rude awakening here with the tower and the moon card here. There's a rude awakening. It's not cute. It's not a cute feeling. It's not happy. It's more of like a reality check. But there's something here. It feels very, I don't want to say deceptive, but it feels just very under wraps. Like it just feels like I'm sure he will never tell you. I'm sure he will never say it in public because this feels very personal. It feels like everything he's done and everything he's accomplished, it doesn't really belong to him. That's a feeling I'm picking up. It's hard. It's a hard feeling to kind of face. Give me one more card, please, for Jungkook. Yeah, 10 of Wands. There's a relationship coming in. Yeah, there's a relationship. Look, the Lovers. There's a relationship coming in. 4 of Swords and the 5 of Wands and the King of Pentacles. I can't. That is going to be, and the 5 of Swords, that is going to be emotionally unstable for him. There's a woman coming into his life, and I don't feel like he really wanted it. I don't feel like he really cared about it, but I feel like it was pushed. It was pushed onto him to make it look like, oh, you know, you're honoring the culture, you're honoring the fans, you're honoring your parents, and this is what you do. You give back, and you give back to your culture. It's almost like his whole life felt very philanthropic. Like he gave, but it's almost like who he gave to, it just felt very sadistic. It just feels very, I wouldn't do it, but if you want to, go. This feels like a relationship that is pressured onto him. So this is coming in quite, give me one card, please. Ooh, that just flew out. You guys, that just flew out. Yeah, that is a relationship. 10 of Pentacles, King of Wands, and the 8 of Cups. So ending, he's not about that life. Eventually this relationship is going to end. But this is kind of like with the 10 of Pentacles here, this is good on paper. This is good in the material world, but there's no fulfillment. There's no fulfillment, and I feel like this has to do with career, money, and family. Has nothing to do with what he wants. This is a relationship that has nothing to do with what he wants. This is with a 10 here, 10 of Pentacles. So this has to do with, this is also I don't think he's going to marry this person. I don't see it. I see him walking away from it. I see him just doing it out of God and country. Do you know what I mean? Like he did it out of for Korea. He did it for Korea, for his family, to make his family proud. But he's not really happy about it. He's not really happy about it. He's just, look, that person's not even happy. It's like you have all this abundance, but you're not even happy about it. He's doing this more out of it's part of his destiny. It's part of this relationship is very karmic. This is part of what he has to learn. Is this marriage really about legacy, or is this marriage really about what you want? This felt really pushed on him. But the sense that I got, like with the 10, that means there's an ending here. This is a lesson that has to end because he's not emotionally fulfilled. This is a lesson that he has to learn and learn from. Page of Swords. I feel like this is a relationship that's based on money and fame and going on trips. Queen of Cups. He's gonna leave. He's gonna leave this all behind. The traditions, the values, the things that he thought. Because I'm seeing moral bankruptcy. He was morally bankrupt. He doesn't know if this is what he truly wants to please everybody or if he wants to just move on with his life. But eventually I do see him moving on with his life into happier days. I'm seeing either a Pisces, sun, moon, or rising. I think it's probably a Pisces moon. But this is not emotionally fulfilling him. He can have everything he wants. He can have whatever thing he wants. But whatever that relationship is bringing, it's not. It looks good. It looks cute. It looks like it could be something, but I feel like it's like a decoy. Like it's almost like a sense of, we're putting this person here. Did you learn your lesson? Is this something that you truly want? Is this person something that you really, really need in your life? Because I feel as though this person is going to use him. And I hope to God that he sees the light and he just moves on. Because this is a relationship that's coming in before marriage, is what I just got. Before marriage. Before he ties the knot with someone completely different. But he has to learn, again, there's two things he has to learn. To be rich doesn't mean you know your worth. To be rich doesn't mean you know your value. He needs to know his own worth. He needs to learn his lessons, and he needs to know his values. Are his values aligned with the person he's trying to marry, or are his values trying to make something fit that he knows in his heart doesn't really fit? That's what I'm getting. He's trying to put himself in a box, and he can't. He tries to put himself in a box to make everyone happy, and he can't keep doing that. There's going to be people who are happy for him, genuinely, with whatever decision he makes, and there's going to be people who need him to do what they tell him to do. We are 43 minutes in. Jesus. He put a lot of work into his rise, and he's going to have to face some things because he has to end certain cycles. He has to end karmic cycles. He's a grown man. He needs to start acting like a grown man. And if he's being told what to do, being told to stay silent, being told to talk, being told to do this or that or the other, stop. Like, he needs to be told, he should be more free to do whatever he needs to do. Love and marriage goes together. See, love and marriage goes together like a horse and carriage. So basically, he needs someone who will help him move forward, not someone who's going to keep him stagnant and just take. That's what I'm getting. Give me 6 cards, please. Page of Wands. I feel like in the next few months, maybe even years, the Tower, He's going to see people's true colors around him, and he's going to have to start taking decisions on cutting people out of his life, letting things go. Okay, we've been doing this since 2010 or 2015, but now it's 2025. I can't keep going this way. My life is changing, and I can't keep doing the same things I was doing from 10 years ago. The Tower. And he's going to cut people out of his life. Friendships. People who thought he was a friend. People who he thought gave a damn. But I'm seeing a lot of people have used him. Knight of Swords. The Devil. Ace of Wands, Seven of Swords, Queen of Cups, Four of Swords, and the Three of Cups. Give me one card for marriage. One more card. Page of Pentacles. King of Swords. Nine of Pentacles. Six of Wands. Eight of Swords. Eight of Cups. And the Fool. There's a new beginning, and the Ace of Swords. There is a new beginning happening that will happen for him when it comes to love. If he's going to have to face this person, whoever he encounters in the next 5 months, I don't know, 6 months, whoever he encounters, whatever, in the next few months or year, he's going to see real fast, because this person is like a catalyst for him. This person is a catalyst to see who was really for him and really wasn't. So you know how some people say, oh, you know, take inventory of your life and look at, if you like a person, write the pros and write the cons. I feel like he's going to write a lot of cons about this person, because I feel like this person is a con. This person is like a decoy. She is not meant to be with him. She is a lesson, and that lesson is a package deal. It's the family, it's the culture, it's the traditions, it's everything. It's going to shake him up with the Tower card, and get a clear understanding that, wow, people were actually here using me. People were actually here trying to ship me, or people were here trying to put me together with someone. I don't want it anymore. I don't need this anymore. I have what I have. You know, it's almost like set me free. Set me free. So at some point, he's going to leave this relationship and start something new, because he needs to, again, set free. Set him free from this. Set him free from what's the best word to say it? Set him free from the pain. I'm also seeing drinking with this one. He has to cut this. He needs to cut this out. The devil here, karma. This is karma. What comes around goes around. So whoever's coming into his life, whoever's coming in, rushing into his life, that's not the one. The one that he will marry, it takes time. It's going to take time. Queen of Cups, Nine of Pentacles, abundant. I feel like she has her own career. She has her own singer-songwriter. She can do her own think, like, I feel, not K-pop, she does her own thing. And she reveals, oh my gosh, with the Six of Wands here and the Four of Wands, she did a lot of soul searching and soul healing. This is not someone who, she's very captivating. I just heard she's going to be very captivating. This is someone who may have not had an easy life. I don't think this person made it big through trying hard to make it big or trying hard to sign with just anyone. I feel like this person became who she is because she started to understand her worth. She started to get confident in herself. This was a person who came out of a bad experience that she started to understand what was meant for her. I feel like this is someone who is emotionally, she can still be like in a sense of anxiety, but she's emotionally stable. She needs to be emotionally stable. But I feel like she took a lot of time with the Four of Swords here. She took a lot of time. The person he will marry took a lot of time to gather herself, to put herself together. She knew that it was not to be with her divine partner. She knew it was not an easy journey and that she would have to release, remove, end a lot of situations that have held her back. There's a sense here where his, maybe she stayed single for a while. Maybe she started to understand her worth, her value. Maybe there's a lot of prayers being said. But this is someone who may have had a lot of heartbreak, a lot of backstabbing, and not just from love, but backstabbing from family, from people around, like betrayal. The woman he will end up with went through a lot of betrayal in her life, and she healed from it. And I feel like that is what he's going to learn, how to let this go and to have a clear understanding, like, wow, this person actually experienced a lot of what I am now going through, and I need to understand, how do I process this, how do I go through it, because not a lot of people know how to do that. Not a lot of people know how to do that. This is someone he's going to work with, and this is someone who's going to be a friend first. This is a friend slow. This is slow. The last chick was calculating and wanted things to move. Hurry it up, hurry it up. But that was also a catalyst for him to redo everything. It had to be, he had to see the tornado, basically, that was weeping around, like that was spinning around his life. Anything else for Jungkook? I'm sorry, you guys, this went all deep, but I do feel as though Jungkook, this is, I didn't forewarn you. I've said this for a long time. So, okay. The Lovers. Queen of Cups. Emotionally stable. He doesn't care if she's rich, poor, on disability. I don't know why I'm picking that up. He needs someone that brings positive energy into his life. He needs someone who is not calculating. He needs someone who is also down to earth. He needs someone who's not going to... This woman has her own. She has her own... I just heard... Oh my gosh. She has her own love story with him. This is a completely new. This is not a shipped relationship. This is a completely different love story. It's like, you know, when you read Cinderella or when you read Snow White, at the end is like the end. But this is like, this love story is another chapter in her life and in his life. This is completely different. This is something that is not made for using. This is not made for revenge. This is not made for to get people jealous. This is not made. This is out of love, talent, and emotional stability. This is not about drama. This is not a K-pop or a K-drama type love story where, oh my god, the parents don't like her, and oh my god, da 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 da. It's more about coming together in union, in a spiritual sense with the Queen of Cups here, but to also shed light. I think, this is that thing, that silver lining I kept seeing under a cloud, that silver lining under a cloud. This is that silver lining. This is giving him clarity to know, I guess I should be with this person because this is the one that makes sense. This is the one who, I don't want to say stick it out with me because I don't see really that kind of thing, but this is the one who painted him in a good light. This is the one he didn't have to suffer for. That's what I'm getting. This is the kind of energy where he did not have to suffer or to compromise or to, it's okay to compromise, right? But don't lose yourself. I think he lost himself, or he's about to lose himself. And this is that relationship where it's divinely guided, you guys. It's divinely guided, where it I just heard it penetrates the soul. Like it feels like soulmates. It feels like this feels right. It doesn't feel like you have to question it. It doesn't feel forced. It doesn't feel out of alignment. It feels like it works. It just works. And you don't question it anymore. Give me 4 more cards, please, for Jungkook. And then I'll do a oracle reading for him. Oh my gosh. 4 of Pentacles. Look at that. Look what I'm seeing. The 10 of Cups. It's coming out. 8 of Wands. 10 of Cups. I'm going to, oh my god, 10 of Cups. Didn't I say the Death card was going to come out? You can't make this shit up. You just can't. You just cannot. This is a new beginning. Whoever he's going to meet in the near future is a catalyst to end a lot of things and to make drastic changes. I mean, he's got to change a lot of things in his life. He got to change himself, his environment, the people around him. I feel like he's going to sell his house. I feel like he has to pay off a lot of bills, debt. But I also feel as though he has to make lifestyle changes. And you see how the Death card is walking by and it feels like, oh, woe is me. Like, oh my god, death is here. Oh my god, what's going to happen? But then over there, you see like the sun's coming up. It may feel like a dark time in his life or a hard time in his life. But I was listening to Bashar last night because of whatever, I couldn't sleep. But I was listening to Bashar, and he said, if we didn't need you, if no one needed you, then you wouldn't be here, right? If no one needed you, then you wouldn't be here. So he's here to face a, a turbulent time in his life, but it's for him to change, because he's the catalyst. He is the wheel turning. He is the one who has to evolve into a higher consciousness, higher state of mind. Because there is a light at the end of the tunnel, but he has to endure some things before getting there. There's a sense of learning your lessons, maturing, dealing with people, how you handle things. It just means there's drastic endings for a new beginning, for a new love story. I'm hearing this the song from the 90s. It's called Closing Time, and there's a chorus in that song where it says, every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end. So there's an ending, and he's trying to close that door, close that energy, and move himself into a better state of mind, emotional fulfillment. Give me one more card, please, for Jungkook. Marriage. I'm telling you, this person could, I'm seeing Judgment and the Queen of Swords here. This person could have air, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Sun. But I'm seeing either Aquarius or Gemini. Strong sense of working together. He's going to leave a lot of things behind to work with this person. There are some things he's going to realize, and he's going to leave behind to work with her. Because I feel like she has this soulfulness about her where she manifested. This was not her rise to fame was not easy. She had to start from the ground up. She had to build herself from the ground up. It's not like Jungkook, who started at 13. Now, this person had to change a lot in her life, to change a lot of pain in her life, and to stand in her own, in her own stability to make this happen. And she was patient about it and manifested it. But I feel like he's going to leave a lot of things behind in order to be with her, in order to work with her, start a family. I don't see him. I honestly, give me one card. Oh my God. 7 of Wands, Page of Swords, and again the 10 of Pentacles. This time, the 10 of Pentacles is a new beginning. Last time it was a 10 of Pentacles, it looked good. But it was like, I'm pushing too hard for this. This time, it's like, it's the 10 of Pentacles. But I'm doing it for everything. For all of it. With the 10 of Cups. I'm emotionally, mentally, financially, physically, mentally, spiritually fulfilled. Because last time it was just the 10 of Pentacles. Now it's a 10 of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups. This was everything he was searching for. But it took time. And it took a lot of changes on both of them. On who he's going to end up with. And there's going to be a lot of times where he's going to, oh my God, didn't I just say the Justice card was coming out? Marriage. This is a union of balance. Balance, stability. This is not something that was forced on him. This is something that was, it's bringing justice to his life. Because he ended a lot of karmic debt, I feel like this is your justice. This is your free will. This is your freedom. This is your balance. This is your gift. You can't, oh my God, you can't, oh my God. I'm not even gonna, I'm gonna go through this and then I'm just gonna end it here. Justice, Six of Pentacles, Six of Swords, and the Ace of Cups. Emotional love, spiritual love, divinely guided. He had to move. I feel like, and physically, I feel like he has to move to a safer place where he feels safe and in balance and loved. This was manifested. Strong sense of manifestation. And by the way, someone was arguing with me. Well, manifestation doesn't mean you're taking away their free will. And it's like, no. There is freedom here. Because he's choosing. With the Knight of Swords, he's choosing a life of balance, of harmony, of love, instead of instead of a relationship that's based on the materialism. He's choosing his soul's purpose. He's choosing his love. He's choosing he's choosing himself over what the country wants him to do, over what his family wants him to, over what the fans want him to do. He's choosing his life over theirs. That means he has free will. And you can manifest. It's fine to manifest. It's just it's just not being so attached to it. This is not a attachment problem. This is someone he sees as, oh, okay, this is something good. But I feel like it's slow moving. I don't feel like this is a rush kind of relationship. And the fact that she won't be rushing him is a green flag. It's a green flag. Because he has healing. Remember, if he's closing the door to a lot of things, relationships, friends who've betrayed him, whatever, if he's closing the door to it, he needs a process of healing and catching up. He's doing a lot of work right now with the Seven of Wands here. But yeah, he has a lot of catching up to do. He needs time to heal, to recuperate. And the fact that there is someone who's going to come in later in his life, I feel like he's going to work with her first. I'm seeing 2027 or 2028. So the fact that those things are coming in and those things are factoring into his life, he's choosing to work with her first, to make music with her, to create something with her first, and the fact that it's not being rushed is actually a sense of relief. This is not something that needs to be rushed. He needs to find his balance. It's almost like when you run a fast marathon and you just need that moment of just catching your breath. That's what I'm getting. Like this needs to be stable. This is not about rushing into something. This is about stability. Okay. Whispers of Love. It was right here, so I ended up getting it. So Whispers of Love. Oh, okay. So these three cards just kind of came out. Listen with your heart. This is the time where he's got to really listen to his intuition or listen to his gut feeling. Listen with your heart. You are listening, but need to hear with a loving heart. He needs to be gentle with himself right now and to be cautious with what he gives out. He needs to really listen first to the people around him before he makes any changes. Act as if your partner is here. I can't believe it. Whether you have someone in your life or not, act as if they are there with you, so you will always consider them. Oh my God. The union of hearts. Look how beautiful. And look, it's a tree. Stability. They're going to rebuild. Whatever he felt like he lost in the past, him and his partner are going to rebuild together. Strong sense of rebuilding and growing roots and having their own family, you know. The union of hearts, a love connection defies explanation. He doesn't need to explain himself. When he meets this person, this brand new woman that he's gonna work with, it defies explanation. It's going to be out of the box. To be with this person is going to be out of the box. So that's what I have for Jungkook. Yeah. The heart of the matter. There is more going on than meets the eye. He needs to really be careful, protect himself right now. He's in this place of... He's wandering around. I see him wandering around, but he doesn't know what to do, but he needs to protect himself. Okay? So that's what I'm picking up for him. I hope this message brings a lot of clarity to you and massive love and light to all. This was a reading. This was a crazy reading. Oh, and thank you to Zoe. But for my 2,000 subscriber, you will get the golden album, the Jungkook golden album, okay? We love Jungkook over here. So, surprise, surprise. Thank you. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you in the next one.